Microsoft continues to make the Xbox Series consoles their best yet. And now they're adding even more great things to the mix, and people are starting to really talk about these things that are coming out from Microsoft. Again, they've not just kind of rested on their laurels, hey, let's release a console and not do anything after we've done that. They're actually taking player feedback into consideration. It's something that they haven't been known for previously in the past, but it looks like they're doing that even more than they did with the Xbox One later in the generation. Basically, when they kind of were just like, well, we're kind of stuck with this console, but we do have some fans that are buying it. We might as well go ahead and go out there and support it. But yeah, this is going to be a very interesting topic. I'm sure everybody's going to get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews. Thanks for spending some of your time with me today. Please like the video if you do enjoy it, and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and make sure you hit the bell. We wouldn't want that to kind of have you miss out on some of the content. So some of the things that Microsoft is doing that is actually really turning out to be a really cool thing. Two things real quick I wanted to go over. There's a new update. Xbox consoles basically are helping out in a bigger way than they ever have before. They want and they can now download updates in energy saver mode. So this is a big difference and a stark contrast to what was done before. And Microsoft is continually making improvements to its energy saver mode on Xbox consoles. While Xbox owners have traditionally had to enable standby mode to continue getting game and system updates while consoles are powered on, the energy saver mode will now support downloading updates in the background. Now, system and game updates can be downloaded during Energy Saver mode, further saving energy mode, explains Dave McCarthy, Corporate Vice President of Xbox Operations. Energy Saver mode consumes about 20 times less power than standby mode when the console is not being used or receiving updates. Microsoft has now made Energy Saver mode the default option when Xbox owners initially set up a console. The Energy Saver mode does mean it's slower to resume your Xbox, particularly in older Xbox One consoles, but the latest Xbox Series S and X consoles boot so quickly that the trade-off of energy use is definitely worth enabling Energy Saver mode, especially coupled with the game and system updates supported in the background. So this is breakthrough news and really good information for people that are looking to kind of, maybe help out the world a little bit and but still be a gamer. I think that this is really one of the cool things about video games, and the things that we're seeing with the future is where they're not sucking out the energy the way that they used to. I know it sounds like a small thing, but given the fact that our gas prices are soaring and those things are going to go down, this may save a little bit on the energy side of things. So that's something to kind of be considering as well. Elsewhere, Microsoft has also switched to using post-consumer recycled PCR resins on its Series S consoles. At a minimum, 25% of the mechanical component plastic by weight in the updated Series S console is post-consumer recycled, according to McCarthy. Microsoft has also embedded an enhanced power monitoring system in a small number of consoles for anonymous telemetry collection. It's key because it's accurate. Per unit telemetry helps us identify the best opportunities to introduce future improvements that will help us save power. Microsoft is also looking to improve Xbox Cloud Gaming since it's powered by Azure itself. Microsoft will ship to a 100% supply of renewable energy by 2025. All of these sustainability efforts are a part of Microsoft's broader pledge to become a carbon negative by 2030. A lot of this involves Microsoft's data centers, and the company has also been ramping up its plans to make data centers less thirsty by cooling servers without using water. Microsoft's overall goals will be challenging to achieve, and the software maker admitted today that some of the emissions have increased year over year. Our experience this past year has provided us with critical and additional early learning on our path towards our 2030 carbon negative milestone, and we are applying this learning quickly with additional measures to strengthen efforts and reduce our Scope 3 emissions, according to Microsoft President Brad Smith. So yeah, they've got some interesting things going on there. The fact that you could do that with the Series S and X with hardly any trade-off, I think is pretty big news, and obviously something that we're going to continue to see them try to work with. They're going to continue to try and get things to end up being better and better when it comes to these things. But yeah, very cool to see that, and I gotta say, a little bit surprising. This wasn't the only announcement, though, in terms of update. Their biggest feature just got even better. According to this, Quick Resume on the Xbox Series X and S now lets you pin games. Yes, you heard that right, folks. The Xbox Series X and S have a lot of quality of life touches that look small on paper, but vastly improve the experience of playing games in practice. One of these is Quick Resume, which makes it easy to swap between several games at once, and a new update makes it even more robust. Currently, Quick Resume will let you keep a number of games running in the background. For example, if you're in the middle of Halo Infinite's campaign and you want to jump into a quick round of Darkest Dungeon, you can back up the load and load a new game and then pick Halo Infinite right back up from where you left off at any time without having to restart the game itself, which is really cool. It's probably one of the better new features that we've seen this generation. And Microsoft has absolutely killed it with some of these features. I mean, obviously, we can say what we want about the lack of games and stuff like that, but they've done a really good job with what they've been trying to accomplish with the console itself. It's far from perfect still, but there's no easy way to track when putting a new game into. Quick Resume will boot out an older one, so people have to kind of keep that in mind or choose which game gets closed out. Microsoft's latest Series X and S update adds a new feature called Pin to Quick Resume to help address this. It'll let you flag up to 2 games so they remain in Quick Resume no matter what. For a lot of people, it would currently be, Dying Light or whatever, Halo, whatever your pleasure may be. This is especially useful in the context of Game Pass, where swapping in and out of multiple games every week just to try them out, while not every game supports the feature, it's basically an auto-save state for the ones that do. And as with things like Smart Delivery, it turned out to be really nice to have. The March update brings Quick Resume pins to Xbox Series X and S, also adding an audio setup to help automatically optimize your sound settings, and will now let you remap the share button on the Xbox controller. Now, only if you could use the share button to take screenshots of the home menu. That's something that maybe, hopefully, they'll be able to kind of add before too long. At the very, least, it's something that I think they should be kind of looking into, and looks like, they got some interesting stuff coming down the future as well. So it's an exciting time, to say the least, when it comes to everything that's going on with Microsoft and everything that's going on with the Xbox Series X and S. They've got a lot of things planned. I know a lot of people just want to see a lot of games and, find out when we're going to be seeing them and things like that. I do hope that, that's something that we get before too long. And at the end of the day, you know what? It's nice to see Microsoft continue to kind of go out there and give people what they've been asking for and give people some great content. Obviously the games are going to come, but, people are, kind of wanting to see the games now. It's like that they're the show me state now. We want to see the games. We want to see, when some of these games are coming out. You look over and you see Sony out there kind of killing it with so many great games and amazing features and things like that, and it's understandable that Xbox fans want that stuff too. So yeah, it does make a little bit of sense to be. I don't want to say jealous, but I think Xbox fans have a right to be a little bit worried, and I don't want to say, maybe worried is the wrong word, but a little bit open-minded or kind of hesitant to believe things or whatever, because we haven't really had anything released yet. So wanting to actually see some of these games and the gameplay and stuff like that, I feel like that's definitely something that should happen sooner rather than later. And I totally understand where Microsoft is coming from with some of the wait because of the games before. They've had a tendency to announce things a little bit early, and that's something that a lot of fans can probably go out on a limb and say that's one of the worst parts about some of the Xbox One stuff. But hopefully that all changes before too long, and it's going to be exciting to see exactly what happens in the future. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for rocking out with me. I think the absolute world of you. This is Crap Gamer Reviews, and I know a lot of you are super busy and things like that, but to stop by and watch any of my videos just honestly does mean the world to me. And obviously things aren't going great here at the moment, but a few likes and something could change in an instant, so hopefully it does. With that being said, thank you. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Crap Gamer out.